Ciao, you future titans, or perhaps, I guess, maybe current titans. Who knows who's watching? My name is Cullen Gandy, and welcome to my channel where I talk about anything from personal finance to mortgage finance, especially, or just anything related to getting your life moving in the direction that you want it to be. Today, I want to talk to you special few who have decided that you want to be mortgage loan originators. You've taken, your tests, you've gotten your licenses, and you've gotten hired, and now you are like, what do I do now? This is the video for you. Now I'm telling you that this is a new channel, and as a new channel, you can expect that there's not a lot of engagement that's going on when you have like 40 views at this point per video. However, one of the questions that I am surprisingly getting from people that I promise I don't know is, how do we go about making the real big bucks when we're starting out as an MLO, or a mortgage loan originator, or loan officer if you want to feel really official about it? To this I tell you, like most things, it depends, right? So it depends on where you get hired. It depends on how the company that you're a part of does business. It depends on what kind of products you've got going. Money is a very relative thing in this industry, and you can make a lot of it, but the way that you make it can often be quite different from company to company. So today, if this is the kind of thing that you're into, want to know how to get your feet wet in this industry, stay tuned. I'm going to get you there. By the way, guys, if you like videos such as these, would you please lightly caress the like button, hit that subscribe button, and of course the notification bell, because I want to notify you of the wisdom that I am imparting in these videos. So when you're approaching business in the mortgage industry, especially as a lowly mortgage loan originator, there are several different ways that you can go about trying to make your fortune, right? You have the person who is going to be working for these large online lending outfits who generally might be taking what's called a draw on any commissions that you have up until a certain point, and then after that point perhaps you do get small commissions per unit. Or some large online lenders just give you a raw salary, and that is adjusted as you go on with each unit that you close and fund during the course of a year or a quarter. However, even though these are the type of institutions that I'm currently working for and that I'm really actually familiar with, I'm going to be talking about the alternative route, which is to work for some kind of broker or as an independent contractor where you're out in the field trying to find leads, trying to get that money the old-fashioned way like Jay-Z would. If any of you have a realtor in your life, and I'm sure everybody does, there's always that like one aunt that's a realtor that has like shoulder pads and like a pink blazer on, right? You know that it's a hustle, right? They're passing out cards at the bar mitzvahs, or that even at the baptisms and things, at the weddings, you're like coming up to the altar, like, hey, you looking for a house? That is the kind of energy that you are going to be exuding as an MLO if you are not being fed a constant stream of leads like a small child. So what you want to be doing is you're going to be establishing two major categories of lead generation. One, you want to be setting up your network of realtors. Now, this is a sort of a buzzword that you're going to hear a lot, especially if you're on LinkedIn, because you're going to have a lot, maybe like 10, 20, 30 people a week asking you, hey, can I help generate leads with your realtor network? Just know, realtors have been approached in the past, and they are currently being approached. So they are generally skeptical, if not just apathetic, about taking on any new partners that they may or may not know in the mortgage industry on the lending side. I mean, they're already getting so much business on the real estate side. Really, who they're shoveling off these loans to and getting pre-approvals for is an afterthought. And they have so many options to choose from. Hey, what makes you so special? Well, to be honest, you're not special. Nobody's a special snowflake. You have to prove how special you are. And you can do that in several different ways if you want to start building a realtor network to get those referrals coming in. One, know what kind of products that you provide at your current lender and where you would like to specialize. If your lender offers FHA products, know the kind of borrower that is generally looking for an FHA product. And that's not to say that they're all the same kind of borrower. But if you're into FHA loans and you know that the kind of borrower that is getting those is conscious of how much money they're paying on the upfront costs of a loan, you can generally have a good idea of who you should be targeting on the real estate end. Now, a person who is worried about their down payment for an FHA loan, I think you're paying minimum 3.5% down on a transaction. Those are the kind of people that are going to be not necessarily worried, but concerned with becoming enabled to qualify, rather than with conventional loans, you have people that qualify on merit and are looking for generally the best deal possible. So if you're going to be the kind of person that is going after an FHA borrower, I'm not knocking it. I'm probably going to end up getting another one of those loans. It is definitely a very competitive product, even with all of the upfront mortgage insurance premiums and costs. But if you're going to be targeting those folks, you generally want to know what kind of houses and at what price point these people are getting houses. Up until now, the FHA loan limits, which are 65% of conventional loan limits in 2020, were sitting around $331,760. So if you're looking at somebody, maybe you're thinking this is a first-time home buyer. Because people who are getting FHA loans, obviously they are obligated to occupy the home that they are purchasing for an entire year. So newlyweds, people coming straight out of college that are getting into their new industries, these are the types of folks that you need to be targeting, and there's a certain price point at which those folks are generally going to be looking. That being said, when you're looking online, going through Zillow, checking everybody out, what's the taxes doing, what are the prices doing, how are they going, how are these low interest rates affecting inventory and the prices of homes in whatever area you're searching, be sure to take note of the realtor. If you see a realtor is selling principally in one area, in one neighborhood, and it's all in the price point that you're looking for, that's a clue. You should be reaching out to these realtors any way you can to try and get their attention. Hey, look, this is how many borrowers that I have come up with on FHA loans in the past 6 months, and I've closed and funded, X number of loans at this level. I think that I can get all of your borrowers pre-approved so that we can get people into these homes really quickly. Can I reach out to you? And it's important when you're building these networks, you gotta sell the realtors just as much as you're selling your clients. I find myself at my company doing this as well. I'm selling my clients, but I'm also selling my processors, my managers, and all the transition coordinators to try and get my loans all the way through the pipeline as fast as I possibly can. This is the kind of gusto that you need to be approaching realtors with. We're meeting with realtors. We're going to real estate offices. We're providing numbers. It's almost like a portfolio, right? These are my borrowers. This is how I'm able to get them pre-approved. This is the area and the price point that I'm familiar with and I know you're familiar with. So let me help you, and I would love to get referrals from you as well. Also, it's really, really important if you do find a partner realtor that when they send you referrals, that you don't give them anything that could seem like it is compensation or referral fee. You see, in the real estate or realtor circle, it's not uncommon for realtors to give each other referral fees. Whereas for mortgage loan originators like us, it is super illegal to actually do that according to RESPA, the Real Estate Settlement and Procedures Act, and you could go to jail forever and it's like a gulag. Not necessarily, no. But I mean, you could incur a fine and a stern eye from your regulator. Another really, really valid point that I want to make is that when you are approaching anybody in the space, anybody in the business, whether that be realtors, other kinds of partners upon which you are relying for leads and or referrals, or even just clients, people within your own company, it's really, really important to market yourself as if you were a performer or an artist. So what does that mean? Well, it means you're gonna have to be really proactive. If you're trying to get a lot of honey, well, you gotta attract the bees to come. I would get professional headshots done. That's something that we did in the arts community all the time because you're marketing yourself. Well, it's no different in the mortgage industry. You have to be marketing yourself, putting your best foot forward, because anybody can get you a 2.75 for a 30-year, but they want to be the one that gets it from you because you make them feel at ease. You know that you can explain the product the best and make them feel comfortable with the deal that they're getting into. So, professional marketing materials, headshot, website, perhaps generating your own lead generation websites for you to get leads in from social media marketing. This is a really important step to relationship building and generating the first fruits of a referral network. If the materials that you send out, like the emails and all of the calls that you make, don't reflect a certain kind of flair or personality that's unique to you, then it's going to be really easy to forget about you. And this is something that I hear from my clients again and again and again as for why they chose me as a selling point over some other lender. More often than not, I find that it is the personality and the persistence of the loan officer and the knowledgeability, by the way, that can sell one lender's product over another. If you want your client to do something, you have to take the mental position of authority in that relationship. You have to be the person that they ask, that they go to, that they feel that they are informed in the best way. That means ask them to do what you want them to do. Like, for example, I would like you to smash the like button. Well, tell them, hey, look, I would like you to send me this documentation right up front. I would like you to inform me of, hey, you got this other loan with these better terms. What's the APR on this loan that you've had? What are the costs associated with this loan? Are you paying any lender fees? Are you paying any points down to get there? I want to be the person that gets you the best loan. So let's get all of the information in front of me so I can make this happen for you. Like any good religion, the more confidence that you can project, the more of a response that you're going to get back from your client. And this is going to go on way after the loan closes and funds. This is the very, very basis of what the eventual referral network for the rest of the year is going to look like. If you close 6 people and they're satisfied with the way that you close them, they're going to reach out to their friends. Humans are really not that complicated people, and they like to come back to what they know. So if you don't totally mess it up and you seem fairly confident enough, you're at least going to get 1 or 2 or 3 referrals back every couple of months from these people. 3, maybe you've been licensed in several different states, you're on the social media, you're talking to all of your colleagues in the area, and then you start getting these responses back from marketers and other kinds of people on LinkedIn. I can't tell you how many requests I've got from people I've never met in my life saying, hey, do you need more leads? Are you somebody that's gonna wanna get into our network for different realtors in your area so that we can get you to the next level of however much you're producing, right? So if you really think it's an appropriate idea and you really think that you need help getting into these circles, getting yourself marketed by a third party, hey, I'm not gonna knock it, but do your homework. Follow up with all the people that say that he's engaged or she's engaged in the past. See if all of the other people in that network feel happy and satisfied with the product that they've been offering you. Because like I said, these online LinkedIn marketers are a dime a dozen. So do your due diligence. Do as much as you can as on your own as you can, so that when you do meet that wall, you know the kind of professional that you need to engage perhaps to get to that next level. Now, for in this model, as for how you make the giant dollars every month, well, I might have a little bit of bad news for you. Things are going to start off a little rocky, as they do, I think, with a lot of different kinds of real estate and lending professionals. The key is to start the snowball rolling. At the very beginning of a YouTube channel, you're maybe going to get a couple 100 views a month and be happy to get it, right? But the more work you put in, the more you post, if it's a YouTube channel, or check in with your referral network as an MLO, the more that's going to compound in interest. And those returns are going to come back in the form of satisfied clients, or at least satisfied referrals, because you serviced their grandma, man, she was so happy with the product, and you're going to get the commissions. Until a year and a half down the line, when you've got 100 or 200 folks lined up for loans, because grandma's told everybody at the synagogue or at mass that you're a great and knowledgeable mortgage loan originator, and you're making 25 basis points or 50 basis points or even 75 basis points on every loan that you write. Like the stock market, referral networks and realtor partners compound in interest. So what you put into it is not necessarily immediately what you're going to get out of it, but in the long term, it's going to compound in interest until one day you're going to see a result that spans over an entire career, really. Thanks so much, guys, for listening to this video. And if you have any further questions on how to really get started in your career as an MLO, just shoot them down in the comments below so I can get to them in other videos. And as well, I will be doing a video about what it's like on the other, larger, much more corporate side of the lending industry, as far as major online lending and major online lead aggregators like LendingTree and Bankrate. So I'll see you on the other side, guys, and I'll be back when you come back, hopefully a little bit smarter and a little bit richer. Take care, guys.